audience. And what I tend to do is, rather than try and describe in words that are my best guess what it's going to feel like for Christina to make the changes that I'm going to want her to make, I will poke and prod and push and shove and get her to tell me what it feels like for her, because it's going to feel different from you, to me, to anybody else. And that way that gives me the clearest sense of the stuff that I need to keep reminding you of when you're out there on the track and working with him. I don't mind too much if he doesn't stand completely still. I know this is a big ask for him. He's doing a really good job. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to ask Christina to take hold of the pommel and scooch her butt slightly further forward in the saddle. Good. So I want her to sit further forward in the saddle but on a further back bit of bottom. So now her underneath is angled with the rami sat. If you look at this crease in her breeches, as luck would have it, it pretty much corresponds on the outside with the line of her underneath on the inside, and now sits at a similar angle really, to the twist of the saddle. You are looking here at Christina's left leg. This is her more knee up leg. I can kick too. This thigh lays closer to the 45-degree angle that certainly I would consider to be the ideal. So I'm going to do it to this leg that you can't see first. So what I'm doing is I'm sliding Christina's knee further back and down on the knee roll of the saddle. Okay? And angling it so that the bony knobble that is her kneecap, rather than pointing towards his point of shoulder, points more down towards his knee. And that will bring your lower leg rather further back as well. But that's happening because I'm changing your thigh. Alright? Hang in there. That's right, that's good. And I know it will take muscles to do this. And that comes as a surprise to quite a lot of people, that I want them to use muscles to hold, because everyone knows they should be relaxed on horse. You're going to get cramped. Oh dear. So this, I've made you dirty. Taken the surface from your boots and painted your breeches with it. So this is the knee that has a harder time, or the thigh, that has a harder time being down enough. Okay? So it may feel like I've moved this knee more down than the other. The reason I want the thighs at this angle is that 45 degrees relative to the rider's torso is the best angle. I'll do it this way so I'm the same way as the rider, don't you? Is the best angle to counterbalance the weight of the rider's pelvis and torso above where the horse would hollow its back. So if our knee is too up, it's harder to counterbalance and will tend to be too down in the hollow of the back. With her thighs at 45 degrees to the ground, she can effectively lever and counterbalance her pelvis and torso more effectively. There is another way to not get it right, which is to put the thigh too vertical, and certainly that's how I had translated stretch your leg down and didn't have enough thigh out in front of me to counterbalance. So whilst I might not have fallen down the hollow of the horse's back this way, I was just going to fall straight back down it. Okay? So what I'm going to ask you to do is, and I'm rudely sticking my finger in the bony knobble that's the bottom of her femur, the biggest bone in your thigh, and I want from there up to stay on the saddle, okay, and angled in such a way as your kneecap points towards his knees. That's very good. Well done. Oh my goodness. Yep, that's okay. Yep. And then just drop down through here. That's super. Then what I want you to do is, where I'm rudely poking now, without coming forward onto your pubic bone again, can you push my hands apart with your tummy muscles? Good, as if you were sweeping the yard. Drop your chest down slightly and push my hands apart. Good, there. Yep. That's right, keep doing that. Well done. And it will feel every now and then like you run out of push, and then you just kind of re-push again. That's it. And you just keep reminding yourself to do that as best as you can. Alright? So, yeah, that's right, that's good. That's good. And she's teeny tiny, but she's not a wimp. That's good. Well done. So, Of the things I've asked you to do, what feels weirdest? Your legs back. Okay, which part of your leg is back? So your ankle feels like it's far back. Yep, it is, compared to where it was. More especially one than the other, or both? More your left leg, and that was the more forward leg. Okay, but you can see that we've set Christina up here so she's closer to shoulder hip heel, although I'm just going to bring her there. Than where she was before. The reason for that being that the horse perceives the rider as easier load to carry with the rider and shoulder hip heel, because the foot underneath the bum keeps the rider in balance. If I didn't have my right leg to stand on and I have my foot forward, I'm going to fall over. I can't keep this thing on my head. So much for balance. Okay. I'll keep trying. Okay, so the weirdest thing is your legs feel too far back, especially the left one. What else feels weird? Okay, with what? With your bum. So your bum feels like it's pushing down now. Okay. Anything else? It doesn't have to be. Okay. Was it? Okay. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to walk you on as best as you can, and you're going to say feet back, bum squashing down, is that the right word, or pushing down? I can't remember what you said. Squashing down, so squashy bum, foot back. Okay, here we go. Stay squashy bum. Stay feet back. She mentioned feet back first. So my sense is that that's going to be the hardest thing for her to maintain. And Christina has long thighs, which are to the rider's advantage, but only if she can organise them. And I'm going to add another piece here because she's doing so well. I want you to notice that, well, just maybe as an audience, just notice the overall stillness with which Christina sits, which is a good quality. You know, if you look at the X Factor rider, they sit still relative to the horse. They move the horse as opposed to the horse moves them. And Christina sits unusually still, particularly in her seat. Keep doing these now, feet back though. Where does she move most? Yeah, that's right. So from about here up. And is that something you're doing on purpose or accidentally? It's just going with him. Okay. So let's experiment and see what happens if you use core strength to do it less. Good. That's right. Well done. Good. How does his walk feel? And you don't have to say better, you can say whatever you like, compared to normal. Keep using your core strength so you move less. Go with him less. Good, good. What happened to his walk just then? Okay. Where? Where did he shorten? Which bit did he shorten? His front felt like it got shorter. Okay. Can you keep doing it? When you come level with me, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, lose it. Go back to how you were before. So wiggle in the middle, let your knees go up, let your feet go forward. Okay. That's right. Anyone notice any change in the horse when Christina deliberately loses it? And what she's going to do is you draw level with me again and see if you can re-find it. Knee down, feet back, squash the bum. He says, well, that means something. And really hold your core in such a way like you're sweeping the yard. Good. That's right, that's right as well. I want you to imagine a staircase in front of you. And somehow as you ride around the arena, the staircase is moving with you. And I want with every step you take, for you to imagine as if you could put the bit on the next step up, yes, and away from you. Just the next one, Ludo, not two. That's it. Good. Well done. Yeah, that's right. So every step you take, or every step he takes, there, put the bit on the next step up and further away from you. Well done. Well done. And as you come level with me, go back to how you were at the beginning of the session. So hold it, hold it, hold it. Then lose it, lose it, lose it. What do you now? I want you to look at and notice and observe without judgment, because these are not criticisms of his way of going or his confirmation, but look at the apparent length of his front legs. Okay? Look at the apparent depth of his chest. So look at the depth of him that goes from wither to sternum, and compare that to the depth of him from the highest point of his bottom to his stifle joint. And just notice what looks bigger. Is it his chest or is it his bum? Okay? Which looks longer, his back legs or his front legs? Or do they all look the same length? And just notice that. And then we're going to say to Christina, okay, can she, having had a little rest, go, knees down, feet back. Squash your bum. Good. Sweep the yard. Bit on the next step. Up and away from you. Away from you is almost more important than up. Good. That's right. Go 1 inch longer rein, knee down, foot back. As if you swept the yard. The bit on the next step, further up and away from you. And then as she comes round again along this next long side, I want you to compare what you see now with what you saw before. So I want you to compare and contrast, go knees down, feet back, squashy bum, sweep the yard, this on the next step up. The appearance of the length of his front legs, and the depth of him from sternum to stifle, or that sort of relative height, if you like. And just notice what you notice, and turn across the arena, and just change rein. That's right, that's right, that's right, that's right. Good. The things that you told me you would wait, go, wait, go, wait, go, wait, go. And you have to do the same amount of wait as go, 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 good, go with your eyes, go, go, well done, well done, well done. As you come level with me, go back to how you would have ridden rise and trot at the beginning of the session. Okay. That's right. When you come level with me, lose it on purpose. Keep doing it, 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 then lose it. This evening and for this lesson, do you feel like you could have coped with more input than that, more pieces? Sure. Yeah. Yeah, she probably will. So, I think this is a really good question, and probably the most important question. And if a rider asks that of me, I'll tend to turn it round and say, what are the things that you remember the most? Okay, what were the differences that made the difference? And ask them then to take those pieces and apply them to their real life riding, whatever that may be. Because I know that going round and round in a circle like this is not real life riding. Okay? It's the easiest way to present it in front of an audience, and it's the easiest way for me to do the setup, like to keep seeing the riders sideways on, until we're talking asymmetry stuff, then I'll get behind and in front, and that's important too. But for this kind of baseline first setup. So I would ask the rider, when they ask me that question, what were the key pieces, and ask them to take it away and apply it to their real life riding, which of course includes canter, which may include hacking, which might include more complicated moves than going around in a vague circle. Once she can hold those pieces together easily in her real life riding, then it's time for new pieces. Until that, because you're never done, right? You're never done learning. So there's always new pieces to learn. But this, what I want is the rider to take it away and apply it to their real life. And so where she takes it is kind of up to her. Anything else? What did you observe? What changed with the horse? Anything? Nothing? Something? Tracked up more on trot? Relaxing? Yeah, I think so. I think that's really clear. Yeah, he's cheeky, isn't he? He's really cheeky. Does he? Yeah, me too. Okay. Yeah. Anyone not like the differences that they saw? Does it not make sense to anyone? Anything that you saw that made you feel kind of uncomfortable or uneasy or made you go, not sure about that? Because that would be fine, you know, you can have an opinion on that. You can.
I was just a bit curious that you said you wanted him to be asked again to try whether he should still be.
Yes. Okay, yes. I think when I'm saying I want him to ask the question every stride, that's pretty much what I mean. So let's say the horse is working at prelim. When the horse is what you might call available and a well-schooled prelim level horse, in any step of walk, in my opinion, the rider should be able to keep walking, trot or hold. Okay? In trot, any step of trot, prelim level horse should be able to canter or walk, okay, or keep trotting. But I want the horse to be asking that question and for the rider to be coming up with the answer, which doesn't mean giving an aid, and I think that might be where I could create confusion in that, because I don't want the rider going nag, 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 nag. But what I don't want him doing is going, I'm assuming we're walking. Yeah, sorry. That's right. Yes, and I would use that terminology with a horse like this that goes under his own steam, right? Rather than one that's going... Because that horse, I might say to the rider, I want him to be prepared to trot. Does that make sense? But a lot of the issues that I feel he has is that his balance and yours physical balance are sort of out of alignment, and when she got her balance over him, he came steadier and was more organised under you, and therefore in a sense more rideable. He's not a naughty boy, but it's just sort of chaotic. Okay. But that's an interesting question, and I think this is where it's so easy, like to watch someone teach or to read a book and say, oh, this person says X. And I wouldn't necessarily ever say that to another person on another horse. It just seemed like the right thing to say here and now. Totally accept that could be seen as, yeah, but do you not want until you give an aid the horse stays in whatever gear? Yeah, absolutely. Even if that gear is halt. Yes. Yeah. Does that answer your question? Yes. Yes. Right. Yeah, and you know, if we're out of balance, it's a bit of a sweeping generalisation, but broadly speaking, you get the stop horses and you get the go horses. And you get the really tricky ones that can go either way. The one, you know, 1 minute they're slugs and the next minute they're rushing away with you. But the rider out of balance will allow the horse to default in its chosen default that much more. So I'm not saying that every horse you got on would be taking the rug out from under you and running away with you, because it may very well not do. A horse that's a real slug may exploit this setup to be lazier, and in a sense your two ponies are proof of that, aren't they? Okay, good. So can we let Christina go? Would that be okay? You have no further use for her? You were great, you did a really good job. And I think, yeah, see how you can apply it in your real life riding and stay in touch and let me know how it goes. He was a good demo horse. You hung him well because that was tricky for you. Yes, okay, you're maintaining it well, I can see you are. Now let's see if she can walk. So maybe you can hop off here and we'll watch. No, it's okay, you can do what you like. Thank you very, very much, Christina, and Ludo. What a good boy.